5-13, and we'll take a look at 5-12, which is almost identical. Okay, they do try to trick you here, so make sure you're on your toes. And let's take the information that they give us. They say that Healthy Foods Inc. sells 50-pound bags of grapes to the military for $10 a bag, so my price is $10 per bag in there. I put in here they're 50-pound bags, but then it also says that the variable cost of grapes are $10 per pound. So that's that's the first place they try to trick you anyhow. I think it's the only main trick. But so I've got to calculate then if the variable cost per pound is 10 cents and I'm selling a 50-pound bag, my variable cost is my variable cost per pound times my number of pounds, right? Or $5. Okay, so my price is 10, my variable cost is 5. My fixed costs they give me are 80,000, and my contribution margin then is my price minus my variable cost. Okay, so it asks me then first, I believe it is to what's my break-even point. Okay, my break-even point again is just simply equal to my fixed cost divided by my contribution margin. 16,000 bags. Okay, 16,000 bags is my break-even point, and I can color that kind of my one answer. Then it says calculate what would be the profit or loss on sales of 12,000 bags or 25,000 bags. Well, we know that if my break-even point is 16,000 bags, that I'm probably going to lose money at 12,000 bags, and I should make money at 25,000 bags, right? So if I plug it in, and again I just set it up so I've got my quantity for these. Look at these first two. This one comes into play in our last one. Okay, my my price then, which I take from up here, is just 10 bucks. Okay, so my total dollar sales are simply equal to my, my price times my quantity. And we're going to have to do the 20,000, so you could do all three, right, for yours as well, I believe. That way you can just drag your formulas down. Okay, minus my variable costs. So my variable costs and my total variable costs are simply equal to a negative my variable cost, right, per unit times the number of units that I'm selling, and in this case it's 12,000. Okay, and again I can, I better, you know what, if I'm gonna do that, I better put the dollar signs on my D5, because this one's not gonna move, right? Otherwise it'd goof me up. Okay, so I drag that one, and my fixed costs are simply minus my fixed cost up here, and again I hit the dollar sign, hit enter, and I can drag that. Okay, so my total sales minus my variable cost minus my fixed cost. Now, because I put these in as negatives, when I sum it, I just want to add these three then. Sales, it's actually going to be a minus and a minus because of the way I have my signs. And I end up with a minus 20,000, which is my expectation that I was going to lose money, right? But I should make money on 25,000 bags, and I should make money on 20,000 bags. Okay. Then it goes on and it asks us to calculate the degree of operating leverage, the degree of financial leverage, and the degree of combined leverage for each of these. And one thing too, I guess I didn't tell you before. Sorry, I had to wait till you got to here, but the degree of combined leverages can actually be these two multiplied. Sorry, that sure would have made it easy, wouldn't it? Oh well. Okay, so a degree of operating leverage, and again, if you wanted to, you could divide these formulas up, but I've got my wow. So I've got it's equal to parentheses my quantity, and this is for 20,000. Okay, so my quantity times my price, so I'll put the dollar signs, minus my variable cost, make that a dollar sign. Okay, and I've got I need another parentheses there, And I go divided by, same thing, my quantity. I need a parentheses. Quantity times my parentheses price dollar signs minus my variable cost dollar signs parentheses minus my fixed cost and parentheses. Hopefully I put all that in there correctly. It looks like I did okay. Because I did it and did my references and everything, I should be able to just drag this one over. Oh, I did something wrong. My fixed cost one I did wrong. I forgot to put the dollar signs on that. Now let's try that. There we go. Okay. And this kind of shows you that while again, as you go up in sales, you should be making some more money with a high degree of operating leverage, but then your operating leverage actually decreases. So it's kind of an oddball deal too. Degree of financial leverage is simply equal to my EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes. Okay. And where's my interest? Does it give it to me? Oh, $10,000. Okay, so my earnings before interest and taxes, which is going to be my profit, okay, divided by my earnings before interest and taxes minus my interest. So they give me my interest. So this one's simply equal to my, for the 20,000 I got to use this one, right? Divided by parentheses this one minus 10,000, and then there we go. Make the same calculation for this one, but make sure then you use the 25,000. It's kind of goofed up the way those columns are. Okay, and then this one, you know, you can just say it's equal to this one times this one. I think that rounded it up because there we go. And do try to put some decimals in there, you know, at least a couple when you get longer answers like that. That's it for 5-13.